There is a popular belief that linguistic terminology is a mess. Scholars may differ greatly in their interpretations of the most basic notions. That's why there is some confusion about similar but not related phenomena such as dialects, pidgins, and creoles. Extensive overseas exploration that started in the 15th century made it possible for the new languages to appear. When the first ships sailed from Europe, the civilization witnessed the growth in contact between Europeans and the indigenous peoples of Africa, Americas, and the Asia-Pacific region. These are the regions where many new languages, later known as Pidgins and Creoles, formed. According to John Holmes' definition, a pidgin is a reduced language that results from extended contact between groups of people with no language in common. It evolves when they need some means of verbal communication, for example, for trade, but no group wants to learn the native language of any other group due to social reasons that may include lack of trust or close contact. When explaining the formation of a pidgin, Holmes uses two terms that denote two languages involved in the creation of a pidgin. They are a substrate language and a superstrate language. The speakers of the substrate language are more accommodating and they use the words of the other group, the speakers of the superstrate language. However, the form, meanings, and the use of these words may be influenced by their native language, the substrate language. When dealing with the other group, the speakers of the superstrate adopt many of these changes to make themselves more readily understood, and they no longer try to speak as they do within their own group. They cooperate with the speakers of the substrate language to create a makeshift language to serve their needs, simplifying by dropping some unnecessary complications, such as inflections. That is why, for example, two knives may become two knife. By definition, the resulting pidgin is restricted to a limited domain, such as trade, and it is no one's native language. Holmes states that for quite a long period of time, pidgins have been considered the corrupted versions of higher, usually European languages. That's why there are a lot of derogatory names for them, such as broken English or bastard Portuguese. It's been comparatively recently when linguists have realized that pidgins are not the wrong versions of other languages, but rather new languages. Their systems are so different that they cannot be considered even the dialects of their base languages. Holmes says, and I quote, "They are new languages shaped by many of the same linguistic forces that shaped English and other proper languages." End of quote. This fact is even more evident when we deal with Creoles. Many linguists believe that a Creole is the result of the process known as the nativization of a pidgin, when children of acquired pidgin speakers learn it and use it as their native language. Unlike pidgins, Creoles have fully developed vocabulary and patterned grammar that may involve standardized word order and grammatical markers for various grammatical categories. If you are interested in the process of nativization, you may look up the case study that describes the creation of the sign language in Nicaragua in the 1960s-1970s. So, with this information, I hope you will never be confused when you hear the terms dialect, pidgin, and Creole. Even though they're similar, they're not related. New languages may be formed when the dialects of one and the same language become so distinct that the future generations consider them different languages. However, the formation of Pidgins and Creoles describe a quite unique situation when a new language is formed as a result of extended contact between groups of people who speak two or more different languages. This contact can result in the formation of a pidgin, and then the next generation adopting this particular language as their native develops a Creole.